When they gather on the hill at Virginia, you know it's a big game. And the Cavaliers have jumped into the top 25 and grabbed the interest of the fans here tonight. They're ready for the FSU Seminoles, who are facing a critical early season battle.
Here's the ball game. Virginia leads 33-28, trying to shock the #2 team in the country. No, they say he didn't make it. Virginia's upset Florida State.
And they hand it off to Akers. First down and more.
Perkins, plenty of time. End zone. Touchdown, Chapman. Comes up with the INT. One man to beat. Nick Grant with a house call.
And we welcome you to ACC Network Primetime Football, presented by Geico. Great to have you with us tonight here in Charlottesville, Virginia. The Cavaliers and the Seminoles going toe-to-toe here on a Saturday night. Seminoles, with their fan base very, very nervous in the first couple of weeks. They come to Charlottesville 1-1, having barely survived last Saturday to Louisiana Monroe. And the Cavaliers are the favorite to beat FSU for the first time in the history of the series tonight. They're off to a 2-0 start on the strength of one of the best defensive teams in the country so far. Good evening, everybody. Thanks so much for being with us. I'm Dave O'Brien. My partner is Tim Hasselbeck. Katie George with us in just a couple of moments. Tim, these are very fun days at Virginia. Perfect start, top 25. FSU trying to get back to those glory days.
Yeah, and if they're looking for a get-right game, I'm not sure Virginia is the right opponent. You know, when you think about Virginia, you think about Bryce Perkins, one of the most dynamic quarterbacks in all college football. But you said it, Dave. It's about this defense for Virginia. They are good at every level. And they, you know, you think about defense, it's alignment, assignment, and effort. And now don't get me wrong, they have good players. As you see Nick Grant take the interception back to the house, or Charles Snowden covers so much area in space, Noah Taylor staying home on the reverse, or Joey Blunt coming on a blitz and punishing the quarterback. They are good. They make you earn every single yard. That is the challenge for Florida State.
Yeah, that secondary is particularly tough. And turnovers, well, that's been a huge issue so far for Florida State this season. And for more on the state of the Seminoles, let's bring in Katie George.
Dave, Tim, and talking with Willie Taggart prior to tonight's game, two things stuck out. One, confidence is lacking, and two, these players do not know how to win yet. When you look at this roster, there is so much talent, and if FSU can manage to put it all together, they could still be a very dangerous team in this league, and the players recognize that. Cam Akers said he feels like this team is about to take off, and this game against Virginia is the perfect launch pad. If FSU can get this win, Akers says that'll give players the confidence they need to get back to being the Florida State program everyone recognizes. Dave?
In front of what is anticipated to be a crowd of over 50,000 here. Joe Reed is deep and dangerous. 4 kickoff returns for touchdowns. Went 100 yards last weekend against William and Mary. So ready for the opening kick here in Charlottesville, Virginia tonight. Reed back in the end zone and will not take it out. So Bryce Perkins about to bring them out on offense. Perkins a double threat as a pass and run quarterback. It's actually #2 in the country last season in avoiding tackles. He can throw it too.
He's a tremendous runner. He's a runner first, but they really want to see him develop as a passer. They feel like he's getting better in that area, and this will end up being a good challenge for him this evening.
Was picked off a couple of times. Uncharacteristic mistakes last weekend. We'll see if he cleans that up here against Florida State. And so much talent for FSU, particularly on the defensive side. Got plenty of NFL picks there. And the first snap, he'll air it out quick to Reed. Breaks a tackle. Kendo ties him up, but an 8-yard gain and a nice start for the Cavaliers. And Reed, along with his 100-yard touchdown return last week, also caught 4 passes, 1 for a touchdown. Wayne Talapapa is the running back. Part of that Hawaiian connection that you're going to hear a lot tonight with these Cavaliers and Bronco Mendenhall. On second down, they'll run it and pick up the first down. Talapapa powering his way and still moving. Very strong running back. Only 5'9", but a strong 210.
They really like him. He was out last week, but Talapapa on the zone read here. You see Perkins does a good job of reading Warner, 35, who comes up the field, give it to Talapapa, and then good finish to the run.
So 1st and 10 here for Virginia. Bryce Perkins, an amazing story. He's a young man who actually suffered a broken neck 4 years ago. Somehow came back from that. Quick one here for Reed. Across the 50. Bouncing outside. Finally, Fagan brings him down. But a big gain. They pick up 14.
I love how Robert Anae is getting his quarterback comfortable right away here. I mean, you think about the easy completion to start the game, then you motion Talapapa out of the formation to a trip set. You basically have 3 blockers. It's essentially a sweep, Dave, but it goes down as a pass, but it's a perimeter run, basically.
Well, Virginia wants to move quickly, maybe not as fast as the Seminoles do offensively. He'll look to throw. Reed again, his favorite target. Got to the 40. And so they'll gain 6.
If you think about what's plagued Florida State's defense, they've lined up incorrectly. They've had missed assignments, and you look at what Virginia's done, shifts in motions to try to get them out of alignment.
Perkins will step up on a run now to the 20. Finally dragged down inside the 20-yard line by Samuel. He picked up 11.
And this is what you can't do against Bryce Perkins. You look at Warner, he rushes up past Bryce Perkins, which allows him to climb in the pocket, and then he's a dangerous runner at that point. Harlan Barnett, the defensive coordinator for Florida State, said, we can't rush past him, which is exactly what they did there.
Perkins so far 41 yards in the air. Just made the first down on the ground. Looking to throw to his left. Staying on his feet. Fires. And intercepted. Intercepted by FSU. Picked off by Asante Samuel. And an early mistake. And FSU capitalizes.
And Harlan Barnett, who I just referenced, the defensive coordinator for Florida State, said we want to keep him in the pocket, but if he gets outside of the pocket, we want to force him left. He is not nearly as comfortable going to his left, and that's exactly what happened. He has Kemp wide open, but just an errant throw moving to his left by Bryce Perkins.
That has been trouble a bit lately for Bryce Perkins. 3rd interception in the last 2 games. That ends the drive. The pick by FSU. So the Seminoles on offense for the first time here tonight. James Blackman, the sophomore quarterback, had an up-and-down game against Louisiana Monroe last week. 30 for 40 and a wild game. He'll air it out quickly and complete as he finds Terry, his #1 receiver, who can be scary, Terry, when he really cuts it loose.
Well, this was pretty scary. It's play action, and Blackman is trying to get it to Terry on the sideline. He's running a go route, but the defender is kind of playing over the top. You see Hall playing over the top, so it's a back shoulder throw, and it's a great adjustment by Terry to the football.
28 yards. And a handoff. Helton trying to take it left. And stopped by Alonzo. Blackman, 6'5", about 195 pounds. Mentioned he started very hot last week and he completed 12 of the first 14 passes. Then it all fell apart after that for Florida State. Barreling ahead, Akers, Cam Akers, he'll be the man. 36 carries, 196 yards last week.
Yeah, Cam Akers really, you know, is a huge part of making this offense go, being able to run the football. And just to jump back to Blackman, Dave, you know, really was in a competition for the job in preseason camp. It was his leadership that really helped him win the job.
To the sideline and off the fingertips of Wilson. Incomplete. So no score here in the first quarter. Cam Akers will be back along with Blackman in the backfield. Batted down on the pressure. It's loose at the 10-yard line, 40-yard line, but it is going to be batted down by Snowden and incomplete.
You just look at the pressure up front. They're too soft. It's an RPO, but Cam Akers has got to attack to give the quarterback a throwing lane. As a running back in pass protection, you can't just sit there and catch. You need to go attack the linebacker that's coming off the edge.
Look at those third down conversions this season. 35% for FSU, 3rd and 15. And Blackman looking to throw from the pocket, fires and broken up. And complete. That was Hall again.
It was Hall, and I think what we've seen is that Hall is going where Terry is going, which is something we've never seen Virginia do. You know, Virginia is predominantly a zone team, but with the tempo, I think they maybe said, hey, look, we're going to follow 15 with 34, our best defensive back. And other than the first play of the game, Bryce Hall seems to be getting the best of this matchup.
Number 1 rated cornerback in the country. So Billy Kemp back to receive. It's the second time Virginia's ranked in the top 25 under Bronco Mendenhall. They rose to number 23 last year. Back at the 20. Bobbled it and takes a hit. As he gets erased on that shot. Hit by Josh Brown. I mentioned Perkins came back from a broken neck 4 years ago. They told him if he had had surgery at that time, his playing career was over. He decided to rehab, trying to get free to his right. And he'll throw it out of bounds.
Really is a remarkable story, Dave, when you think about a guy that was that close to never playing football again, to then, you know, we're comparing him to what Kyler Murray did a year ago in his first year as a starter. It really is a great story in all of college football, and somebody that this Virginia team has really rallied around.
His father Bruce was a fullback at Arizona State. His older brother Paul was a running back at UCLA. His uncle Don played 8 years in the NFL with the Dallas Cowboys. So great football family around Bryce Perkins. 2nd and 10. Looking to throw underneath and complete to Dubois for a short game.
It's the second 3rd and long that we've seen early in this game for this Virginia offense. And we talked about how good they were a year ago on 3rd down. Well, a lot of those were 3rd and 4s, 3rd and manageables where Bryce could be a runner. And, you know, now we're in situations where, you know, 3rd and long, he's being forced to be a passer inside the pocket.
Number 1 coming into this game in the ACC in 3rd down conversions, a little over 55%. Cowley in motion. And the tight end open. He throws over the middle instead. And that one to Dubois, one of his favorite targets. He's got plenty of them as well. Before Green brought him down 14 yards.
And this Virginia offense is a matchup offense. You see Dubois on Green, the true freshman corner, spins him around. It's a good job of pushing up the field vertically and then clubbing underneath. And a nice job of the quarterback understanding the matchup against the true freshman.
Already 3 receptions for Hassis Dubois. And a handoff to Talapapa does not go very far. Stopped by Cooper. And a helmet came off as well. Wood will have to step off for a play. Cedric Wood. With 2:28 to go in the first quarter. Now the defense for FSU really struggled to stop the run last Saturday. They allowed Louisiana Monroe almost 5 yards per carry and touchdowns on 3 of the last 5 drives. Perkins flushed out. Pressured as he is chased. Looking for the sideline and takes a knock. Rice thrusting him out. Emmett Rice in pursuit as they lose a yard.
It's great effort by Rice. They do a good job of getting after Bryce Perkins. Look at the speed, just run him down. We know what type of runner Perkins is. And you see Rice, and just talking to this Florida State team, it just seems like they are so desperate for somebody, just one guy to step up, make a play that sparks this team. Rice in a bit of a rotation with Jackson, who had the face mask earlier on this drive. They just are looking for that spark. Seems like a team that is dying for some type of confidence to come from a big play from someone on the defensive side.
We'll see if that was it right there. Brings up 3rd and 12 for Virginia. Works his way handoff. Talapapa to the right. Continues to churn before he's taken down by Warner. And now decision time. On 4th down for Mendenhall. And he's going to bring in the kicking team and Brian Delaney. Coming up on 1 minute to go in the first. His long 46. This will be from 49 yards. Trying to get the Cavaliers on the scoreboard. Kick is up, and the kick is good. Virginia striking first tonight. The final seconds of the first quarter. 3-0 Cavaliers. Well, here Virginia on a field goal from 49 yards as a 3-0 lead on Florida State. And our ACC primetime matchup here from Charlottesville, Virginia. So Delaney to kick off. Gavin and Helton are back for FSU. Rayburn at the back. He'll take it. Trying to get free, but he can't as he is dragged down by Jordan Mack. Outstanding linebacker who led the team in tackles a year ago.
And he has just such great instincts. You look at Jordan Mack, just follow this play and then just fire his gun. See it there. Does a good job of running down Rayburn. Jordan Mack really the leader in the middle of that defense, playing well so far.
Loss of 6. Blackman to fire, and that's going to be low. Bryce Hall there for the coverage on Terry.
James Blackman really is just, I called it a layup earlier on the hitch that he missed to Gavin. There's one to Terry, where Terry is open. Hit it between the 1 and the 5. It's an easy throw.
Blackman just 2 for 8, Tim. 3rd and 16. And the crowd whooping it up here in Charlottesville. Rayburn again will be the running back alongside Blackman. Pressure on him once again. Fires down the middle and caught. Complete. It's caught by Terry. Check that spot.
They look like they get a pretty good spot. Terry does a good job of coming back to the football. Wow. I'm just being critical of James Blackman because he doesn't make the easy throw to Terry, but he makes the hard one there. And man, that is a generous spot.
Man, generous to put it mildly. And that is the end of the first quarter with Virginia leading Florida State 3-0 after 1. Here in Charlottesville, Virginia on a Saturday night. Well, we welcome you back to ACC Network Primetime Football presented by Geico. Virginia with the 3-0 lead. So here come the Noles trying to get on the scoreboard. And they have been scoring plenty in the first couple of weeks. That certainly hasn't been the issue. The handoff for Akers. He gets tied up for a loss and a flag on the play. Tackled by Zandier, but a flag down and might be a late hit.
After the play, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 29, 15-yard penalty, first down.
Joey Blunt.
And that's just an uncharacteristic mistake by this Virginia defense. And we're praising how sound and solid they are, how disciplined they are. And Zandier, who's done an awesome job all season long flying around, makes a huge play. And then Joey Blunt, who's been very good this year, follows it up with a late hit. And Florida State already had good field position.
Nick Kyle's defense, one of the best in the country, really 14th in the nation in total defense. But a mistake there. Blackman trying to get the Noles rolling on offense. First and 10. Off the fake. And complete to Terry. Terry busting a tackle and shoved out.
And that's why you need to make those easy throws, Dave. That's what we're saying. You can't dirt that. You know, guy in his face, ball right in between the 1 and the 5. Let Terry try to create with the ball in his hands, which he does against a very good corner in Bryce Hall.
They pick up 18. They're going quick again. Another fake. Loose for the end zone. Touchdown. Neighbors, the tight end, gets in. And Florida State has the first touchdown of the night.
And it's essentially power pass for Florida State. Neighbors, a tight end, but really is their fullback when they get into certain personnel groupings. It's just a little play action, fullback in the flat, easy throw for the quarterback. And we saw the tempo after the play from Terry. Here it comes.
So the Seminoles strike. Ricky Aguayo on for the extra point. He and his brother Robert have held down the kicking duties at FSU the last 7 years. The second highest scoring brothers at one school all time. And he drills it to make it 7-3.
Little play action for the quarterback. Fake to Akers. Gabe Neighbors in the flat, wide open. He's able to waltz into the end zone.
It's a 5 o'clock.
The excitement high at Virginia. They're ranked number 25. Even the moon wants a look. Here high over Charlottesville, Virginia, 7-3, Florida State. James Blackman starting to heat up.
He is starting to heat up. You know, I think part of it for James Blackman has been, I think he was probably surprised by what he saw. He's seeing Bryce Hall travel, a lot of man-to-man coverage when Virginia has been predominantly a zone team. It seems like Kendall Briles, the offensive coordinator, and James Blackman settling in just a bit.
So the Seminoles with a kick through the end zone. Let's get down to Katie George.
Tim, you mentioned Bryce Perkins was slow to get up after that last hit. Offensive coordinator Robin Knight thought so too. He went to Bryce and asked if he was okay. When Bryce gave him the nod, he immediately turned to the offensive line and said, keep those guys off of our quarterback. You have to be more physical. We have to protect that guy.
They certainly do, because Brennan Armstrong, the freshman backup quarterback, is hurt. He's not available tonight.
Yeah, and then, look, not like they wanted to have Brendan Armstrong in there, but they certainly don't want to go to quarterbacks 3 and possibly 4 if Bryce Perkins has to come out of this football game.
So Virginia trying to answer. PK Kier, the running back, along with Bryce Perkins. Hasn't done a whole lot of running. He's done more of this. He throws behind his receiver, intended for Chapman.
It's too bad. It's a great read by Perkins. They're trying to trap the out route inside, and he sees the corner come off of Chapman. And if he just makes this throw, they end up having a big play. You've got Chapman running on a safety at that point. It's the right read, just wasn't the throw he wanted.
2nd and 10. He is 8 for 14 throwing it so far tonight. 2nd and 5. Perkins looking left. Goes left. Caught by Jenna. First down. Big gain here for the Cavaliers. That goes for 28.
You know, really creative route design by Virginia as they motion out of the backfield to get to basically a trip set. And look at the post by Chapman at the bottom of the screen, and then following him is Jana, just basically in the wake of the wide receiver outside that's running the post, and a good job of reading it out by Bryce Perkins.
Jana taught himself to play piano while watching YouTube videos in his spare time. That's the kind of kid that goes to Virginia.
That is the kind of kid that goes to Virginia.
And Boston College.
Which is maybe why I did to go to Virginia, yes.
1st and 10 for the Cavaliers. Perkins short. Cowley, the tight end, knocked out by Bolden, but a gain of 6. Right there, passing to the tight end. Oftentimes they like to use him more as an escort tight end.
Yeah, we see them run these zone reads, and a lot of times it's a zone read but with an extra blocker, and that's traditionally been Cowley. But you're right, Dave, tonight it's been Cowley as a receiver, and it's kind of given Florida State some fits.
6'4", 240-pound senior from New Jersey. Talapapa and Sharp in the backfield. And it's got him free. Becker drags him down, but a gain of 16.
And you look at it, I talked about escort runs, it's a fake, but then here comes the lead blocker. That's the escort. Did you see Kyer come through here? Actually fake it to Kyer and then follow him. That's a good job of being a tailback, a guy that's a runner, but then being a lead blocker on Lars Woodby, the inside backer. It's one of the things that makes them so difficult to defend with Perkins as a design runner.
Grabs the first down. He'll keep it again. Back in the pocket. Has some time. Throws incomplete. Reed with the reception. He loves that target. That's 14 yards.
It's a really good job of having poise in the pocket and trusting your protection. As you see the backs. Look at Peacock. Just saw the legs off of Warner. And so now you have guys down around your feet if you're a quarterback. But Bryce Perkins does not panic. Just you see the poise in the pocket. Good job of staying in there. And then an absolute strike to Joe Reed.
So let's see if they stay with the quarterback who can be so dangerous on his feet. He's thrown 1 interception so far tonight. Bryce Perkins. Under 9.5 minutes to go here in the first half in Charlottesville. Talapapa bouncing outside. He'll drive it ahead, and he is in for the touchdown. The Hawaiian connection in for 6.
And it is just power, big boy football. That's all this is from Virginia's offense. See Jamari Peacock, number 27, just boom, right there on Robinson. That's what gets Talapapa the edge, and he's able to keep that pad level low to get into the end zone.
Peacock doing his job, and the running back Talapapa doing his job. And Virginia trying to go up 10-7. Delaney with the point after. 8:58 to go. And he hits that to make it 10-7 Virginia. So there's already a championship feeling in the air with the men's basketball team on hand. And Kyle Guy, the star, with our Katie George.
Thanks, Dave. Kyle, welcome back. You and your teammates got those monster rings on your hands last night. What was that experience like for you guys?
It was incredible. It was really our first time all being together since we won the championship, because after that we all kind of went our separate ways, going to our respective places to train for the draft and stuff. So it was incredible. A lot of people showed up, and it was awesome.
I know you've been a football fan for a while. How impressed are you by this atmosphere that you're seeing at this stadium?
Yeah, I haven't never seen it like this. The closest was maybe on my official visit when they played Notre Dame, but this is incredible, and really happy and a great time to be a part of the UVA family.
Any words of advice for former roommate Nash Griffin?
I tell him before every game I hope he never plays, because that means we're probably scoring, so he knows what to do.
Congratulations. Thanks for the time.
Yeah, thanks again.
Well, he had a spectacular season, and of course his celebration for the touchdown moments ago. They don't win it without him. Ice water in his veins. And look at that ring, just gorgeous. Tony Bennett, one of the great coaches in all of college basketball, got it done as they went all the way. So Virginia with a 10-7 lead on Florida State, as the Seminoles will have the football. And a handoff and a big hole opening up here for Layburn. Down the right side across the 40 before he's finally taken down close to the 30-yard line by Brenton Nelson. That's a 36-yard gain.
And you just see the action in the backfield with the motion coming across, kind of gives you a little bit of confusion. And it's a great job of McKitty on Zandier and leading up into the hole in Layburn. You see his speed out into the second level.
Sophomore out of Virginia Beach with a big gain. Akers back in there at the running back spot. Blackman to his right. He throws. That's caught by McKitty again before he is upended around the 5-yard line by Hall. And a big strike by the Seminoles. They pick up 28.
It's good pass protection by the Florida State offensive line. Blackman's just able to drift a little bit outside the pocket. If I'm Virginia, I would consider taking a timeout and catch your breath a little bit here.
Absolutely. First and goal. On the run to his right, it's Akers. Tackled by Matt Gam. Back to that play.
You know, you get a little bit nervous when the quarterback's running to his right, throwing back across his body, but you see McKitty be able to get away from Mack.
30-second timeout.
It's a good job. Nice play. And really
second and goal. And at the 5-yard line. Akers along with Blackman. .116 to go in the half. Play clock inside 5 now. Akers trying to center that line. And again continues to push. That'll bring up third and goal.
You know, they normally like to do tempo, but because there's not tempo here, Kendall Briles really just trying to get a look at what the defense is doing. He'll take a look at it, then he'll signal something else in to try to get into a better play.
Looking to throw for the end zone and caught. Touchdown! Akers. And FSU back in front.
This is just the quarterback making a play. I mean, it's just a quarterback making a play. He's under pressure. Cam Akers barely has his head around. That's definitely a touchdown as Matt Gam not able to be there in coverage. But James Blackman under pressure immediately is able to escape out to his right and does a good job of getting the football away, but then accurately to Cam Akers.
So Florida State surging back in front. Aguayo on for the point. And he connects to make it 14-10 Seminoles. Seminoles got to be very happy with this. I mean, coming into this place against the top 25 team and having the lead at halftime 14-10.
And they're doing it with without Cam Akers dominating the game. And so if you think you can continue to chip away with that run game and get your best offensive player going, then obviously you can get a little more momentum and maybe avoid a second half collapse.
Let's go to Katie with Coach Taggart.
Thanks, Dave. Willie, quite the momentum swing for your team. What did you think of the poise James Blackman showed on that last touchdown drive?
I thought he did a great job of leading us down there and made some good decisions for our football team. And that last touchdown, I mean, the play where he scrambled out of there was really good to get outside of the pocket and get the ball to Cam.
Now, 4 points isn't a big lead, but it's still a lead. What's the key to maintaining and building upon it in the next half?
Well, we talked about getting better as a football team, and in the second half, we hadn't been good all year, so we got an opportunity tonight to come back in the second half and see if we can correct that thing.
Thanks for the time.
Thank you.
Katie, Coach Taggart, thank you very much. Could be a giant turnaround game for the Seminoles tonight on the road in the ACC. And right after this short break, Kelsey Riggs and the gang will join you for the ACC Network Halftime Report. Charlottesville, Virginia. The ranked ball club is the Cavaliers, number 25, but they're down at halftime to Florida State, 14-10. It's a game the Seminoles are in dire need of having, and Tim, they're playing that way so far.
They really are, and it's a lot of the credit goes to the quarterback, James Blackman. And we talked about that offensive line not being the strength of their team, but the rhythm, the timing, and just the ability to create has really helped James Blackman. Good job getting the ball out early with a guy in his face. Same thing here on the touchdown pass to Neighbors. and then escaping outside the pocket to create some offense on that 2-minute drive, and then obviously the touchdown to Cam Akers. Good clock in his head for James Blackman, playing well.
So the Seminoles will have the football here as we get the second half underway. As we take a look at tonight's player spotlight, brought to you by Geico. Blackman, 9 out of 17, 141 yards. No interceptions, 2 touchdowns. 1 pass touchdown shy of tying the FSU record for a 5th straight start with at least 3. A moment ago, Katie caught up with the Virginia head coach.
Bronco, how would you assess the way your team was able to handle tempo on their offense?
Well, I think we've handled it pretty well. We misfit one run play right before the half that allowed them to get in scoring position. Other than that, we've handled it pretty good.
Bryce Perkins was under quite a bit of duress in the first half. What do you need to see from the offensive line and from Bryce's decision-making in this next half?
Oh, I think it's going to be very similar. Their defensive front is doing a nice job. Bryce has to keep his eyes downfield, and we got to make some plays with his feet and his arm. It's a dead-even game right now.
Thanks for the time.
Thanks.
Dead even. Here come the Noles again with that hurry up. And it's Akers again off to the right. Moments ago, he had a 14-yard pickup to get that first down. Stopped this time by Famui, part of Virginia's Hawaiian connection. He was recruited by the assistant coach, Mark Atuaya, who was a legendary running back on the island, but very tough call, he said, to move 4,000 miles away. His mom wanted him to play for Hawaii. He'll get it again, finds a hole, he busts free, still up across the 40. Taken down by Cross after 17.
And it's a really good job of Gabe Neighbors, the tight end who caught the touchdown pass earlier. You see the point of attack on Taylor? Does a good job of holding it there. That's what allows Cam Akers to spring it outside.
Play off to the right. And a stop by Zandier after 3 yards.
His Neighbors leading the way again.
And no time for Virginia to rest. The Noles pushing the tempo. Incomplete pass by Blackman. Thrown behind Gavin.
See, Blackman's frustrated. Just kind of threw his hands up in the air, looking over, you know, at Gavin, like, hey, that's not the route. You know, just another miscommunication. That's the second one we've seen. One to Thompson. Now that one to Gavin.
3rd and 7. They are 4 for 9 on 3rd down conversions. Akers sets up to the right of the quarterback. Back, chased, flips it, and complete. Complete to Akers, and Gam covered it on that far left side. He got there, but well short. And let's see if they punt this away on 4th and 8.
Virginia brings the pressure there. I'm surprised that they didn't have a different play call. You saw it after the initial clap by James Blackman, and you know, they didn't have Terry, Tamarian Terry, out on the field, and so there's really nowhere for James Blackman to go with the football.
Yep, and Ricky Aguayo's on for a 53-yarder now. That would tie his career long, which he achieved against Miami. Big attempt here. The kick is up, and that kick is good. 53 yards for Ricky Aguayo, the senior, and he drills it to put Florida State on top, 17-10. A 53-yarder, and absolutely drilled it. Florida State with their first points in the 3rd quarter so far this season on a 53-yard field goal by Ricky Aguayo to make it 17-10 over Virginia. Tim Hasselbeck, Dave O'Brien, Katie George with you from Charlottesville. Good one brewing here with 5:48 to go in the 3rd quarter. And Joe Reed back into the end zone and will not take it out. Offensive coordinator Robert Anai trying to whip something up. Getting 41 points per game. 1st and 10 for Perkins. Back to throw. Had plenty of time and complete. caught by Jana for the first down. With Asante Samuel wrapping him up at a 15-yard gain.
Yeah, this is what they are looking for from Bryce Perkins. He's trying to throw the option route to his left to Billy Kemp. He doesn't like it, so he's able to come off of it and then drive the in-cut to Jana. That's really well done, and that's what offensive coordinator Robert Onai is talking about in terms of Bryce Perkins developing as a passer inside the pocket.
Cowley, the tight end, on the move. He's been a target tonight. And that'll be caught by Dubois. As he is dragged down by Dontavius Jackson. Bringing up second down. 6-yard gain. Second and 4 now for Virginia. Crowd wanting a touchdown to really start to roar. They've been pretty quiet lately. Almost 60,000 here tonight. Under 4.5 to go in the third. Perkins time again, dumps it right over the middle and complete to Jana. He's become the man for him. Samuels gobbled him up at 13 yards the gain.
You just see how the shifts in the motions can distort the zone coverage by Florida State. A shift, a motion, and now all of a sudden, Jana just turns around on a 3-yard route, and there's no one within 5 yards of him.
They move the chains again. Talapapa in the backfield. Perkins to his right, throwing on the move, and caught. Jana again, incomplete. They mentioned Robert Onai, and how about this? When Robert, the offensive coordinator for Virginia, was done playing, he returned home to Hawaii and served as the model for the towering father of surfing statue, Duke Kahanamoku, standing on Waikiki Beach. He was the model for that statue.
And as a former offensive lineman, I'm sure he was thrilled to tell everybody that he ever played with that he was the perfect selection to be that model.
Very similar to your statue on the hill at Boston College.
Very similar. I think that one they have in the janitor's closet.
2nd and 6. And Virginia on the move. Perkins trying to throw again, short to the sideline, complete to Atkins. He stepped out early. Under 3 minutes to go in the third.
And that's a great example of Bryce Perkins escaping to his right. You know, they have pressure up the front by Robinson, and he just escapes to his right. And then you see how comfortable Bryce is getting the ball out when he is moving to his right and how quickly he's able to find a receiver.
A big 3rd and 4 here. Talapapa with the carry. Trying that left side before he met Robinson. And decision time here.
And based on the 3rd down call, I think there was already a decision that they were going to go for it on 4th down, which is exactly what it looks like is happening.
4th and 2. Talapapa again to the left. Driving forward. What a run there for the first down. That's the run of the ball game.
It is. It was actually, I agree with you, Dave. I thought it was Talapapa at first. Bryce ends up pulling it out of the belly of Talapapa, and watch Peacock come in, really, you know, help kind of create some type of a hole, but that's just effort by the quarterback.
Perkins with the keep.
It's almost like Perkins decided at the last second not to give it to Talapapa because of the penetration. What an outstanding effort by the quarterback.
Bryce Perkins showing you what he can do with those legs as well to pick up a huge first down. 7 plays, 48 yards on this drive. Now to the air and short. Slanting inside. The reception. Billy Kemp with the catch. And they are moving it. Perkins, by the way, 8 for 8 in this quarter.
He's been outstanding. That right there, you know, is a good example of Robert and I. After a quarterback run, when you call a designed pass to try to get the quarterback an easy completion, he just ran quarterback power, basically. He's tired. Don't make him throw a go route or post something difficult. Give him the nice, easy wide receiver screen out to the left.
2nd down and 3. Throwing short again. They're staying that way and complete to Jana. Right over the middle as they pick up another first down.
It's that same little, you know, design that they had earlier, you know, on 3rd and short. Basically, Jana just hooking up at about 3 yards, finding that soft spot in the zone. He obviously has a good feel for it, and Bryce finding it.
Jana key on this drive. 4 receptions, 36 yards, averaging 9 yards per catch. And that's the end of the quarter. End of the 3rd, and Florida State with a 17-10 lead on Virginia, but the Cavaliers are driving as we move on to the 4th here in Charlottesville, Virginia on a Saturday night. Well, the Hill is absolutely packed tonight for Virginia and Florida State. Over 58,000 on hand here in Charlottesville. Look at the ball control now for Virginia. 31 minutes time of possession of 14 for the Noles.
And you think about Florida State not being able to hold on to leads. They defended 187 plays between Boise State and Louisiana Monroe. You get tired after a while. So been on the field quite a bit.
Sure have. Here's the 10th play of this drive as the 4th quarter gets underway. And Perkins looking right. Has an open receiver, Reed. They swallow him up quickly. And it was Samuel and Warner converging on him to bring up 2nd down.
No, and not surprised to see them throw a little hitch in front of Asante Samuel. He's the guy that you would want to double move. And that easily could have been a setup to try to double move him later in this red zone appearance.
2nd and 7. Early moments of the 4th quarter. Perkins getting time. Lofts it for the corner. Reed, he's got it! Touchdown! The Cavaliers strike to pull within 1.
Beautifully thrown ball here by Bryce Perkins. Good touch. And Joe Reed, an excellent job over the shoulder. That foot is definitely in. Maybe had 2 in. Nice play design. Excellent ball. Get a wide receiver lined up on a linebacker. Perfect drive and sequence for Bryce Perkins.
And Virginia has tied it at 17. Reed with 7 touchdown receptions in his last 7 games. He is the man for Virginia. Early seconds of the 4th quarter at Virginia. This one all tied up. The Who's 17 and Florida State 17 on the ACC network. Tim Hasselbeck, Dave O'Brien, Katie George with you. And how about the drive by Bryce Perkins? 9 for 9 on that drive, 67 yards. And Tim, a huge 4th down conversion with the football in his hands rushing.
The definition of putting a team on your back.
And keep in mind that DJ Matthews is suspended for this game. He's been one of his top targets, if not his #1 receiver so far this season. He's not here tonight. 1st and 10. 4 men wide left. And he's looking that way. Complete to Labor. Trying to make a move. He darts ahead for a couple. Mack with the stop. bring up second down.
It's critical for Florida State's offense to do something here. And you think about what they have gone through in their last 2 games of giving up leads. You have to respond to that scoring drive by Virginia to give your team some confidence.
Well, the coaching staff for Florida State loves the way they rally around Blackman. As a team, that's offense and defense. He'll throw short again to Helton. Big stop. Bryce Hall, no shock there.
You know, we talk about Bryce Hall being a cover guy, you know, somebody that teams don't want to throw at. But he just jumps this wide receiver screen. They have blockers out there. Look at him knife underneath Terry and make the play on Helton. That's a big time play. We talk about him in all the pass breakups. That's outstanding corner play in run support. Big stop.
Blackman dropping back. Looking downfield, throws over the center, and a spectacular effort by Terry to hang on to the football and get the first down. What a catch. 17 yards.
That's an incredible catch. It's a great throw into a tight window. Virginia's actually trying to double Terry on the play. They're rolling coverage to him. And great courage going over the middle of the field.
McKinney right down the middle. He is loose, still on his feet. A giant gain for the Seminoles. And they're not buckling here. Here they come. Snyder finally with a tackle. They pick up 30.
And that's what makes this offense go. That tempo, make you make a mistake defensively, which is what happened and why McKinney is uncovered.
Moving quickly again. Akers right through the center. For a decent gain, Cross with a tackle, back to that play.
This is what I mean. Hall's underneath, but they're essentially trying to double cover him with the safety over the top. Mack can't get there in time. An outstanding throw, and then you just have a bust. You have 2 running for 1.
Akers got hit pretty good by Snyder. And Terry, just great speed. Can be a frightening receiver. Scary Terry, they call him. Big career catches at 74 against Boston College, 78 against Northern Illinois. He can go deep. Akers again off lefts. Trying to use him here with 12 minutes to go in the 4th and a tie game. And look at Kendall Briles saying, I want you to go, go, go. Said, we want to play faster than we have.
I mean, it's like he got him the play, you know, a long time ago. He's like, hey, hurry up.
Helton, he's free, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State. That was impressive. And the Seminoles have taken a lead, 23-17.
Started off by the amazing play on 3rd and 10 by Terry over the middle. And then the tempo just got the best of Virginia, and Helton's able to sneak inside off of the play action fake.
So Aguayo for the point after. To make it 24-17 and put the pressure on the Cavaliers in a big way as he will drill it. 24-17 Seminoles.
The Seminoles said they needed a spark. Well, it came in the form of their quarterback on 3rd down, and then a great job of Helton working the inside, finding his way into the end zone.
Well, James Blackman even more popular with his teammates as he ties an FSU record with a 3rd touchdown pass in a 5th consecutive start. And he has just put the Seminoles in front 24-17. So a huge drive for the Noles on the road against a number 25 ranked opponent. And now time once again for Virginia to answer on their home field. Reed back in the end zone. That'll sail right over his head. That'll be caught by Jana, who was a big man in their last drive. Wrapped up by Warner for the stop. To bring up 2nd down and 1. So Talapapa in at running back. They've been able to shuffle about 5 different backs in there tonight for the Cavaliers. Second and short. Wanting to throw, rolling right. They give chase, putting pressure on him, but that'll be caught. Jana again. And he'll pick up the first.
I said it on the previous drive that they were trying to set up a double move on Asante Samuel. On the first down play, they throw a slant in front of him. Then they try to double move him outside here, and Jana has him. You see it, little slant and go. He's got him. But Bryce Perkins is forced, he's got a little bit of pressure. He's forced outside the pocket. They eventually get it to him. There's a chance for that to be a really big play, if not for the pressure on the quarterback by Florida State.
Picked up 12 yards. First and 10. To the middle again and complete. That's Dubois. Good hands. 7-yard gain. Taylor with the tackle.
Robert and I talking about this wide receiver group. He basically said, look, we don't have a star. The strength of our wide receivers is the group. It's the unit of them. And you think about what's happened tonight. It's been Jana, it's been Dubois, it's been Joe Reed, just working little zones, finding spots, to get open. And Perkins then doing a nice job of finding them.
And nothing real deep yet, at least not yet. But you're right, they can go 7, 8, 9 deep at wide receiver. Second and 3. He'll throw again to the sideline. And complete to Dubois. Actually Chapman, or did he drop it? Third down and 3. And take a look. Yeah, bobble. And let it go. Incomplete. They had completed 14 in a row before that. Perkins with the handoff here. Talapapa straight ahead for the first. So Virginia to move the sticks. With 8:37 to go, this drive so far 6 plays, 44 yards. They are way ahead on time of possession tonight.
Let's go, Virginia!
And yet trailing 24-17.
Let's go, UVA! Come on, Virginia! Let's go!
Looking right again into the flat. Reed, it opens up for him a bit. Scampers away from a tackler, and he goes for a first down. Joe Reed, the graduate. Coach Mendenhall's kids say he is their absolute favorite player.
This is basically a sweep. You throw it out to Joe Reed. Look at Talapapa, the tailback of the block on Asante Samuel. Look at Jana, the block on an outside linebacker. The willingness to block on the perimeter by guys that are ball carriers is really what allowed that play to work.
7 receptions, 75 yards for Reed. He's a big play guy. First and 10 again for Virginia. And nothing on the run as they stack him up. And the flag. And over-aggressive there by FSU, and that cost them. PK Kier.
After the play, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 91 defense. Half the distance to the goal, penalty, automatic first down.
Boy, what a big mistake.
You know what it is? It's selfishness. It's plain and simple. These are selfish penalties. It's exactly what Willie Taggart is talking about with his team. Selfish penalties. There's no reason for it. You make a great play. It's a great defensive call. You get a stop. There's no excuse for it. And to be honest with you, with what Willie Taggart told us, I don't know why he's still in the game. Like, if you're going to make the penalties that hurt your football team, especially late, then put them on the sideline right next to the coach.
That's Robert Cooper. First and 10, half the distance to the goal line with that penalty. Perkins dumps it off. It's Reed again. Trying to cut back inside. Got down close. There's another flag on the play.
Personal foul, face mask defense, number 23. Half the distance to the goal, at the end of the run, first down.
It's a similar formation to the touchdown pass we saw earlier. It was man coverage. That's what gets Joe Reed out in space. And then you just see Nasrul Dean get his hand in the face mask of Joe Reed. which gives Virginia a first down at the 1-yard line.
Their best defensive player. He commits the foul. So first and goal for Virginia. Knocking on the door. Perkins with the handoff. He's trying to move that pile. He's pushing. Still pushing. Talapapa on the carry. Take a look from the side.
They're trying to run behind Peacock 27. Talapapa gets stood up by Robinson, but look at Perkins. He's like, look, I know I'm a quarterback, but I'm kind of a different quarterback. Let me help out any way I can.
Talapapa again trying to center, and he is in for a touchdown. Flag on the play. 24-23 Florida State.
It's a good physical run again by Talapapa, and Bryce Perkins gives him a little shove.
After the score, dead ball, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 21 defense. That 15-yard penalty will be enforced on the kickoff.
Here's Wilson.
I mean, I almost don't even have words, Dave. I mean, it literally has been the thing that has cost the team wins. They have talked about it as being selfish penalties. Marvin Wilson, they think of him as a leader. They talk about the effort that he plays with practice.
He missed it. He missed it. Delaney missed it. Florida State clinging to a one-point lead with 6 minutes to go. Ryan Delaney missed the point after.
This is a brutal mistake. It's not the pressure up front. He just pushes it. And all that momentum that Virginia seemed to have, we'll see if they can hold on to it.
Junior Brian Delaney had never missed an extra point in his career. He was 37 for 37 before he shanked that one. And isn't that amazing? If Florida State hangs on to win the game, that'll make the last 2 victories courtesy of a missed PAT.
Incredible.
And a short kick. Gavin will haul that in. 6 minutes to go. Blackman looking for a receiver here to get it to Wilson. And he pays the price there. Nick Grant came up to say hello. You would think these last 6 minutes are tailor-made for Cam Akers.
You would think so. And it's strange to see sometimes the pace continue to be so fast.
Quarterback to keep it. He takes a pop. Mack smacked him.
I mean, listen, we're not yet in 4-minute offense territory, but the reality is this: you're holding on to a 1-point lead. I get it that your identity is going fast, but the clock running is your friend.
Sure. Speeding
up and giving Virginia, who doesn't move fast, 5 minutes with the football is I don't know that's what you want to do.
3rd and 6. Harrison in motion. To the center again, and incomplete. He tried to get it to McKinney, but underthrown. 5 minutes to go.
That's exactly what I'm saying. There's 5 minutes. You know, James Blackman doesn't like it to his left. He comes off of it. He's trying to hit McKinney. He just doesn't set his feet. Doesn't give him a good football. He has him wide open for the first down. But now, because of their tempo, there's 5 minutes.
Yeah.
You know, if Virginia has the ball, I mean, he kind of takes the pressure out of it rather than giving them the football back inside 2 minutes or forcing them to take some of their timeouts.
Also stops the clock.
That's the problem with these tempo offenses. I mean, just plain and simple, that is the problem with it.
Kemp back at the 30. And a knuckler. Fair catch. He'll catch this one cleanly. He's had a little trouble with that tonight. But Virginia, 1st and 10. Perkins back to work. Look at that time of possession. Nearly 37.5 minutes tonight for Virginia as they begin this drive. Handoff for Reed. He goes right. He finds a hole. Still up. Finally, they drag him down in midfield. Robinson with the stop, but a 22-yard gain.
It's a lag draw. They fake the sprint out to the left. Look at that. Look at the flow by the defense, and then they just absolutely split it. They call it a lag draw or a sprint draw, and they do it with their wide receiver, who they also trust as a ball carrier.
Perkins. They flush him out on the loose. Lobbing that one out of play to bring up 2nd down and 10.
That's one of those plays that, you know, in the stat sheet, that type of stuff doesn't show up, but, you know, you basically have a whiff by Glazer, the right guard. That should be a sack for a 10-yard loss, and the quarterback gets you back into 2nd and 10 because he's able to escape it.
Not many sacks tonight. Perkins on 2nd and 10. Wants to go airborne again, and he has a wide open receiver. That's Dubois. Jitterbugging inside. Taking to the sideline. 25 yards for Dubois.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. There's Green, the true freshman corner on Dubois. It's a single high safety, man-to-man coverage all by himself. Not only does he win on the route, but he's not able to make the tackle afterwards. It's a good job of Perkins of seeing the matchup.
And what a move he put on. Shimmy and shake. His 7th reception tonight. Perkins has so many big targets at wideout. They've got the crowd alive here in Charlottesville. Incomplete, and the flag as well. The flags keep coming almost exclusively to penalize Florida State tonight.
Personal foul, targeting, number 36 defense. After this is for the goal penalty, automatic first down.
Well, Florida State certainly shooting themselves in the foot with all the penalties. 1st and goal after the targeting. Talapapa straight ahead. Oh man, he got all the way down near the goal line on a terrific drive.
And you know, you get into this situation, if you're Virginia, you almost don't want to score here. You want to take your time getting into the end zone. You know, I think there are some people that would say, hey, listen, we're okay if we don't score at all and we end up kicking a field goal, you know, with very little time left. The problem ends up being is you have a field goal kicker that just missed an extra point, so I think punching it in certainly becomes the point of emphasis here for Virginia's offense.
FSU does have 2 timeouts remaining. Perkins with the handoff. He'll jump into the end zone. Talapapa. Now you think they go for 2 here.
I think you have to.
29-24. 3 touchdowns for Talapapa. 2:34 to play.
You see how deflating it is to have these penalties. I mean, look at Virginia just get this push on that Florida State defensive line that really had been doing a nice job competing all throughout the night. But when you're just marching down the field with penalties, it's demoralizing to your defense.
So Virginia to go for the 2-point conversion. They missed a extra point just moments ago, but they punch it into the end zone with some help from the Seminoles and those penalties. And here's Perkins trying to step up, now dancing around, looking, still on the move, crossing the 10, trying to step inside, and he does for the touchdown. He just danced his way in.
Perkins. We were told multiple times, meeting with these Virginia coaches, this is a program of will before skill. And the truth is, there is plenty of skill in Bryce Perkins' game. But this is willing yourself into the end zone. Doesn't like it, front side escapes out to his right. And just look at this. The effort by Bryce Perkins to bring it backside and walk into the end zone.
Well, that's about the prettiest two-point conversion you're going to see.
And Florida State defenders looking like they are running in sand.
Well, Virginia, their last 3 drives, 75 yards, a touchdown, 74 yards, touchdown, 72 yards and a touchdown.
They've been impressive. But let's also not forget that James Blackman last time out, he was impressive as well.
Well, 2.5 minutes to go. Well, now it's the Seminoles' turn to respond. And they have time to do it. 1st and 10. On to keep here, Blackman. Ahead to the 25. Stopped by Zandier. And they're going to keep up with this tempo. On the throw, it's tipped, and it goes incomplete. Pass interrupted. 2:08 to go.
That's the 6'7" Snowden getting his arms up. Gets the ball batted in the air. And that's why when you see at the end of the play, look at that. Every bit of 6'7", and that's why Hall's making contact with Terry, but it's not pass interference because the ball is tipped, which allows the offender to make contact with the receiver.
The fake, and they swallow him up. He's not going anywhere. Noah Taylor on the attack.
This is what Bronco Mendenhall wanted. Florida State backed up near that student section, near the band. Left tackle having a hard time getting off on the snap. Noah Taylor taking advantage of it.
And Virginia with their 2nd sack. 4th and 15. Got to get a man off the field on the Virginia side. They barely did. Blackman. Stepping up in the pocket. Rifles it. Broken up. Flag down.
Pass
1:21 to go.
interference, defense, number 1. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Automatic first down. That's Nick Grant with a pass interference.
So right call by the official. You're getting the in cut by Wilson. And Nick Grant just a little too early. It's a nice break on the football. The fans aren't happy about it, but that left arm grabs Wilson. A lot of times you see officials shy away from making that call. People say, oh, hey, let him play. In my estimation, PI is PI. Nick Grant's there a little early.
Bronco Mendenhall heated, but it keeps Florida State alive with the automatic first down. 1:21 to play. 1:21 to go. Virginia leading 31-24. Quite a finish here tonight in Charlottesville. Blackman throwing long. He's got a receiver, but he overthrows Terry.
This is one that's going to make James Blackman 6. It's a double move by Terry on Bryce Hall, and he is wide open. He is wide open. He's down on the screen. It's just going to be a double move, and look at Hall just absolutely jump it. Play action right there. Boom, the aggressive, and it's a walk-in touchdown if James Blackman will just put it on him.
1:15 to go. Second down and 10 for FSU. Akers has it, some room to run, and then he gets swallowed up. Stopped by Noah Taylor. He'll set up third down. Florida State will take a timeout here.
Their second charge timeout of the half. 30-second timeout.
Over 58,000 crammed in tonight here in Charlottesville. Third down and 6 for James Blackman. Throwing and complete. That one caught by the tight end McKinney. But eventually stopped by Snowden, who has been everywhere tonight once again. What do you think? Did they use the timeout here?
Looks like they're comfortable to stay out there. They probably talked about having 2 plays if they didn't get it on third down.
4th and 5. Blackman again to throw. Low and incomplete. Intended for McKinney. A flag is down. Is this a late hit on the quarterback?
Personal foul. Roughing the passer defense.
Yes.
Number 4. Contact to the head area of the quarterback. 15-yard penalty. First down.
Now it's Virginia committing the critical penalties.
Yeah, and this one, you know, to a lot of people isn't going to look bad, but you can't do it. You know, Mack is rushing the quarterback. He's a free blitzer. He goes up to get his hands up, and then because he jumps, he ends up making contact with the head of the quarterback. Whether you like it or not, those are the rules in today's game. It's the right call by the official, and it extends this drive.
At the 30, automatic first down, 1st and 10. Blackman looking left. Caught by Wilson. He's still up, still trying to churn before he's finally taken down. 28 seconds to go. 2nd down and 7.
And really, Wilson needs to do a better job of clearly getting out of bounds.
2nd down. Has time to throw. Throwing deep for Terry. And a flag. Another flag. One after another here in the 4th quarter.
And Bryce Hall doesn't need to do this. Terry is trying to run a go route. And Bryce Hall does a good job with the initial jam.
Pass interference defense, number 34. Automatic first down.
It's starting to look like the Florida-Miami game.
It is, but you see what happens there. Bryce Hall does a great job with the initial jam. He stabs him, and Terry, who wanted to take an outside release, ends up trying to slip it back inside. Because of that angle, it was going to be a hard throw for James Blackman, but Hall just panicked and grabbed Terry.
Look at that. Every penalty Virginia has committed in this quarter has resulted in a first down on this drive. So James Blackman to operate again. Trailing 31-24. Fake handoff to Akers. And he's going to be taken down. He's sacked. Zandier with the sack with 19 seconds to go. And they have to use the timeout. 2nd and 15 for James Blackman. Blackman, more pressure. Evades, throws for the end zone, and overthrows. It was Terry again. 3rd down and 15.
It's a pretty good shot of James Blackman. You know, the strength in the pocket. I mean, you look at him, a tall, lean guy. That's a big play there to have that strength in the pocket. Really trying to work the one-on-one to Terry at the bottom of the screen. Right here. And Bryce Hall has been up for the matchup, but that's the matchup. That's the best receiver versus the best corner. Good on good.
"13 seconds to go. He'll throw again under pressure. And it's caught. Caught by Helton, dragged down. Time down to 4 seconds. Got to spike it here.
You got to get set.
Well, let's see. 1 second. Got it off. Akers denied. Virginia rushing the field. Virginia has won it 31-24.
I can't believe what I just saw.
And just like 1995 when Warwick Dunn was stopped, right there near the goal line, they stop Akers, and Virginia pulls it out.
You have time to spike the football.
Shocked
Get into a good play. It's a first down. In college football, the clock will stop. Sprint to the line of scrimmage. You're a team that runs with tempo. Get into a good play. Instead, it's a direct snap to your running back, and you don't even have it blocked right. In fact, you have a tackle running onto, getting into position.
He's very close to staying on those feet. But there he goes down with that knee and the elbow. Yep. And that was it. Let's get down to Katie with Bronco.
Thanks, Dave. Bronco, congratulations. What were you thinking on that last drive, watching your defense?
I'm so proud of my team and my coaches, and I didn't set a very good example in terms of not maintaining my composure, and I was just so hopeful that wouldn't end up being the difference. Our team deserved to win, and my coaches deserve to win, and I'm so happy for them.
Before this game, you acknowledged that FSU has better athletes on its roster, but you were confident in your culture and your discipline. Why was culture able to win out tonight?
Our culture is will before skill, and we just try harder, longer is what we work on, and today that made the difference with enough execution.
Last week, you said if the crowd is loud enough, you notice. Was 60,000 fans loud enough for you tonight?
I'm so thankful that the community, the state, our students came out to support us, and they made a tremendous difference, and I'm so thankful to them.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, it's interesting. He chastises himself for the unsportsmanlike penalty. Penalties were so big on both sides in that fourth quarter. Virginia, though, with their first 3-0 start since 2005.
What a game.
Yeah.
What a response by Virginia. Incredible.
What a start for the Cavaliers as well. Now perfect 3-0 as they defeat FSU 31-24. That is the final score. For Tim Hasselbeck and Katie George, I'm Dave O'Brien. Thanks for being with us. Next, it's all ACC. So long from Charlottesville.